Well, listen, it's ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream, especially when it's 5 Roses Earl Grey and BAKERS Tennis Biscuit flavor by the most loved ice cream shop in town. I'm talking about cookies and cream. They are literally taking afternoon tea to a whole other level.
Summer 2017 comes with a whole new scoop of ice cream trends, from bubble waffles to extraordinary flavor combinations like 5 Roses Earl Grey and Tennis Biscuit.
First time I tasted homemade ice cream, it was a revelation, and I was amazed in making ice cream how stunningly simple the process is and how much fun it is to actually make your own ice cream. So the way I come up with ice cream flavors is firstly looking at what's seasonal, and secondly looking at what ingredients are going to give me a nice, diverse and balanced flavor palette in the finished product. Just looking at something that's not necessarily going to be a sugar bomb, but that's going to give you something nice and interesting when you take your first lick.
Sweetness is synonymous with ice cream, right? Wrong. Savory ice cream along with other flavors are churning out big hits this season. From rosemary tea, these wholesome flavors are breaking dessert rules.
We can play with flavors that are floral, that are a little bitter, that are a little salty, and will still just really come alive and create a beautiful, balanced and really interesting ice cream. There's so few worries in life that a cup of tea won't make better. But for your more heavy-duty worries, you need to call in the big guns like ice cream. So I wanted to combine the two to create the most comforting and relaxing thing in the world, a scoop of Earl Grey ice cream. Summer is officially here, so you might not always feel like drinking a boiling hot cup of tea. We've come up with an entirely new tea delivery system with our afternoon tea flavor, an aromatic and floral blend of 5 Roses Earl Grey tea and BAKERS Tennis Biscuits. And right now, I'm going to show you how to make it too. We do all of our ice creams from an old-fashioned custard base. It takes a little bit of patience and a little bit of skill, but the results are worth it, I promise. Have your pot over a stove on a medium-high heat. You never want to overheat anything when you're making ice cream because it's quite a delicate process. 1 part of full cream fresh milk for every 2 parts of cream. We do this so that we ensure that we have a good balance of fat in our custard, which is going to make for a really luscious ice cream. We don't want this to be an overly sweet ice cream, so we're only adding a little bit of sugar. You just want to patiently stir in a figure-of-8 motion with your spatula. We're going to add a little pinch of salt, which is going to nicely balance out all of the floral flavors in our Earl Grey tea. And now the magic is going to happen. We're going to add our tea bags. What's great about the 5 Roses Earl Grey tea blend is that it's so aromatic and very flavorful. So these tea bags actually have a lot of mileage to them. So for this recipe, we only need 3. So once you're confident you've got good flavor into your custard, we're going to put this pot aside for 15 minutes and allow our tea bags to steep gently. Fish them out of our custard, pop them into a fine mesh sieve, and you'll see how much beautiful flavor is coming out that we would have missed out on. Probably the most important step in any ice cream custard making process is we're going to temper our egg yolks. So what you might not know about egg yolks is that they're very easily frightened. Gradually take some of our hot liquid and pour it gently into our egg yolks and just whisk gently. So now that that's all nicely introduced, pour the egg yolk mixture back into our hot mixture and just stir in gentle figure-of-8 motions until our mix is at 77 degrees Celsius. A really great trick is to do the spoon test. So you're going to take a clean metal spoon, dunk it into your custard, and then if you draw a line on the back of your spoon with your finger, you'll see that no drips are running down into that clean line that we've just created. And that's when you know everything is good to go. Get this down to room temperature, strain it into a container and let it rest in the fridge for a minimum of 6 hours, but preferably overnight. Pour it into our ice cream maker, and we're going to churn until our ice cream is at a soft serve consistency.
A swirl of happiness, this 5 Roses Earl Grey tea flavored ice cream is best enjoyed with a beloved BAKERS Tennis Biscuit.
And as we all know, there's few things in life better than a cup of tea and a tennis biscuit. The flavor combination of coconut along with your notes of bergamot orange is really something special. And that's why we are going to be scooping it at Cookies and Cream as a limited edition flavor.
Oh, that looks absolutely delicious. So make sure you head on over to Cookies and Cream to try it out for yourself. And it will definitely be the most refreshing afternoon tea treat that you'll ever have. Now, feel like trying it perhaps for yourself? Well, SMS that keyword 5 roses to 33728 and you'll receive a link to the recipe. Now, those SMSs will cost you R1.50. No free SMSs apply, and those T's and C's do apply. You can visit expressoshow.com to find them.
Because nobody makes better tea than you and 5 roses.